Hi. Chapter 8. So here we go. This is Chapter 8. We're going to do this really quickly. I'm going to do the first two sections, Section 8.1 and 8.2. Chapter 8 is all about, you guessed it, quadratic functions, because you know how to read. Somebody taught you well. What's a function? F of x. That gives us the idea that we have a function that we're dealing with. Equals x squared. What do we call this particular function? It's called the parent function. Yes, you remember it. What do we know about this parent function? We know the vertex is the origin, 0, 0. And we know that it goes up. Section 1 is about completing the square. And we dealt with this in terms of being able to solve certain equations. The easy ones are if you have a perfect, or the reason behind it is a perfect square trinomials, like this one, x squared plus 2x plus 1 factors as x plus 1 quantity squared. And we can do something with that information. It makes it really very useful. Looks like we need to move on, but there's nothing down there, so let's move to this page where we have section 8.1 continued. This is using this whole concept of the perfect square. So what are we going to do? We're going to try to solve this. And as I said, this is the easy one. So what are we going to do? We're going to take the square root of both sides, which means we're going to end up with 2t minus 5 equals plus or minus 5. Okay? That means that 2t equals either 5 plus 5 or 2t equals 5 minus 5. So in this case we get 2t equals 10, t equals 2, and over here we end up with 2t equals 0, of course, t equals 0. And then you want to take both of those solutions, 0 and 2, and plug them back into the original and make sure that it's going to work. You put in the 2, you get 4 minus 5. 4 minus 5 is negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. Square root of and 9 does not equal 25. So that's not going to work. We put in a 5 here. I mean a 0, and we get 0 minus 5 squared. Well, negative 5 squared is 25, which is a true statement. So this one doesn't work, but this one does. Try a harder one, same section, 8.1. Pull that up, here we go. Well, the first thing we want to do is get it into a position where we might be able to, let's see, what could we do with this? We could try this. Divide everything by 3. So if we divide everything by 3, we end up with x. We end up with x squared plus 5x equals negative 6. And then what we could do is we could solve by bringing the 6 over. So we end up with x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. And we could actually solve this just by factoring. We don't even have to complete the square, but we could complete the square if we wanted to. So we're going to end up with, let's do it by completing the square. Half of this, no, let's not. Bad example. X squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. You get x plus 3. X plus 2 equals 0. That means that x equals negative 3 and negative 2. And those are the two solutions. Next one is watching the clock. The bell's going to ring, but ignore the bell. Next one is solving. So we're going to use this in order to solve it. We're going to try this. So we're going to try this one right here. We're going to go ahead and complete. We're going to stop there for that one. This is the 8.1. This is going to be 8.2. I'll finish that later. Thank you very much for listening. See, I told you there was a bell.